Welcome back to Say Less. It's your boy Jay Stan, one half of the dynamic duo, as I always say, known as In Retrospect Podcast, where we usually would look on the surface to find understanding or look beyond the surface to find understanding. But here we're going to look at the surface for what it is. We got a couple of things we're going to get into today. I know it's been a couple of weeks. I haven't posted anything. The first topic that is on the docket, of course, is the submarine that imploded over the about a week ago now. But we're going to get into it. As you can see listed, you had the submarine that was missing for almost a week, and they finally got the details that folks were listening into. As you can see, we have the gentlemen that were reported to have passed away or transitioned, like I like to say. We have Hamish Harding, Stockton Rush, Suleiman Daywood, with his father, Shadaz and Daywood, and Paul Henry. Those were the gentlemen that were on the submarine. There were 5 passengers total. I just find it very interesting that, with that submarine specifically. Let me rewind a little bit. I want to say the condolences to the family members, for everybody that is dealing with those folks that did transition with that whole situation or incident, I should say. It's very unfortunate. There's a lot of disturbing things that are coming out about the submarine. For instance, I want to just touch on this a little bit. They were bolted down in there for pressure. They went down about 12,000 feet, maybe a little bit better, more to get to the Titanic. Apparently, this is a routine thing. Folks always go down there to check out the wreckage. Yeah, you're not going to see any me and mines down there, but you did see a lot of memes that were circulating on social media. Yes, we tend to always find humor in other people's pain. We are extremely insensitive to other people's pain. We have to do better. Me, myself, personally, I'm a work in progress. I can admit that. But we just want to send our condolences from In Retrospect Podcast to those folks' families that did pass away. Also, it was just interesting to me that they didn't have a tracker of sorts on the submarine that went below before it imploded. But after they've done their due diligence, they came to the conclusion that the submarine imploded upon descending the day that they went down, the first day. And then from there, they went radio silent. And I guess what they're allegedly saying is they found wreckage. So we're just going to go with what the government says. But I just want to add this tidbit in there really quickly so we can move along. I just find it interesting. There's a lot of foreshadowing that takes place. The Titanic went down, but years previous to the Titanic sinking, there was a book called The Titan, or there was a ship in a book called The Titan that sunk as well. And the ship allegedly was supposed to be known and revered as unsinkable. But hey, stay woke, keep your eyes open. And speaking of staying woke, we're going to move along to our next topic. We're going to talk about chicken. Chicken, you say? Yeah, I like chicken. I'm a chicken connoisseur, as you may think. And as you may know, we're going to talk about how, while all this was going on, that the government approved lab-grown chicken to be sold to individuals like myself, as well as everyone else in the United States, to be digested, eaten, partaken in. And we're going to just talk about that a little bit because that is interesting. It seems like every time something of notoriety or something that grabs your attention is going on, that something is approved that we should really be paying attention to. So the USD approves the first lab-grown chicken in the United States. We're going to play a short clip really quick.
Has approved the sale of clone meat to the American public. Ain't that about a god?
Age of lab-grown meat has arrived in this country. The Agriculture Department just approved 2 California companies to sell chicken grown in steel tanks using cells that come from an animal egg or a special bank of stored cells. The cell-cultivated chicken will first be available at a restaurant in San Francisco and another one in Washington, D.C., owned by famed chef Jose Andres, before hitting stores.
You same niggas gonna be eating the shit out that goddamn clone meat and talking shit about, nigga, fuck that, nigga, the clone meat is delicious, nigga. They put the garlic in the cow as a baby, nigga, you ain't even gotta.
And that's where we're at. That is exactly where we're at. What can I say? They just know us so well. it tastes good, then it must be good. That's as far as a lot of people's minds are going to go with it. As you can see from that short clip, I mean, of course, it was humorous. And as I mentioned earlier, we're always finding humor in things that should be very serious when it comes to having conversations about, and as well as when it comes to the well-being of us as a people. But as you can see, they've approved lab-grown chicken. They're going to put it into rotation out in California. I will not be going out there no time soon. But who's to say that that already hasn't started taking place and we just don't know about it too as well? But what I will say is that people need to pay attention, definitely stay woke to lab-grown chicken possibly being consumed by yourself. Of course, I mean, hey, if you can afford it, definitely go on you a little special diet that you can afford and do what you can. Me personally, I'm gonna probably take my chances with the chicken. I know that sounds crazy, and they definitely was talking about me. I felt like I was the one they were pointing the finger at. They gonna give me some dipping sauce or something. They gonna slather it with something, and I'm just not gonna know. Unfortunately, hey, it is what it is, and that's what it's gonna be. Because I like me some chicken. And I just wanted to talk about this main topic of discussion that has been circulating in the news. Up in Chicago, there was a situation with a young man and his mother that went to establishment to get some food. We're going to play a short clip here so that everyone that hasn't heard about it can see a little bit about what occurred. Ooh. Yeah, so as you can see in this short clip right here, what goes down is that better known as the situation, and I don't want to mispronounce the young woman's name, so bear with me while I do pull up her information. It was a situation where her son, he was in the line with his mother, and then she got into it with the gentleman that was in front of her, and he decided to get an argument with her, and then he proceeded to punch her in the face multiple times, which is insane. Like we got to start protecting our women, specifically protecting Black women, because this just tends to happen a lot more often than people realize. And I just wanted to say the young woman's name. Of course, her name is Carlisha Hood, and her son. Originally, her son, to defend his mother, he's 14 years old. He shot the gentleman that was punching his mother in the face repeatedly that was in line. And he said on his the audio wasn't there, but if you do find the video, it'll say the fella in front of her was saying that, "Oh my grandma, if you don't stop talking, I'm a this, that, and the third." And eventually he hit her. And then that proceeded. And then the issue was that the 14-year-old, her son, Carlisha's son, he went to the car, of course, and got a firearm, and he proceeded to use it on the gentleman to protect his mother because the gentleman was repeatedly hitting his mother in the face. So, with that being said, as a result, originally and initially, they were both charged with murder and they were locked up. And a lot of people were petitioning for that to get overturned. The good news that did come out today, which is Monday, June 26th, that came out was that they were acquitted of those charges. Upon further review, they realized that it was self defense, and that's what it was. The justice system did its job this time, but it definitely is sending a message to the folks out there that keep your hands off of women. There is no reason for you to sit there and punch. Come on now, let's be real. If somebody would have punched your mama in front of you multiple times, the outcome is not going to be. It's possibly going to, not possibly, it is going to be similar to that. It's going to be, you're not even going to think about it. And essentially, that's what it was. He protected his mother, and that's how it should have been looked at. But people need to stop keep your hands off women when you call yourself getting frustrated. There's no reason for that. It is uncalled for. Now, I will say this as well. All them people in there watching her argue with this man, and nobody was trying to diffuse the situation. They were just letting it happen. So many times we see this occur. It doesn't take but a simple, you can try to interject, and I understand everybody will say, "Oh no, I can't do that. I'm not trying to get in the middle of that." And then I catch a stray, or I'm the one that gets caught up in the mess. But hey, we have to regulate each other. We have to regulate our community. We have to do better. We have to protect our Black women. And that's my 2 cents on it. Drop your comments below on everything that we have discussed. I would love to hear everybody's opinions on everything that discussed, from the submarine to the chicken to the situation that we just discussed. It's been Jay Stan. Always remember to like, comment, and subscribe. and I'll see you every other Tuesday.